John, thanks very much for sitting down with me today. I appreciate your time.
You bet.
John, I understand congratulations are in order. Your first couple months in the new position as Executive Director at CCIA. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Very, very happy to be here.
It's fantastic. So you're just getting into the role. You've got a year ahead of you. What is kind of your main target? What's your main goal that you hope to accomplish in your first year at the helm?
Well, as the seed industry evolves, we really need to create a roadmap for the pathway ahead. And so I've told our board of directors that I'm planning to go out and survey the industry, talk to people face to face, see what they need, how can the seed certification services we offer evolve into other things that will serve their needs better.
Right.
And so I'm in an information gathering mode right now, and then I'm going to write a business plan for the association, and with the board's blessing we'll implement that plan and try to remain relevant as the seed world evolves.
Nice. Well, and the seed industry, I think, is one that is very keen to offer their insight and share the information with them. Are you a seed guy, John? Is that your
Yes.
your background, right?
I've been in the seed business for almost 35 years now.
What were you doing before that?
Well, I started at UC Davis
Right.
with a degree in plant sciences, agronomy. Went on to Kansas State and got a master's in agronomy, then came back and worked for J.G. Boswell Company for nearly 20 years in a variety of capacities. Assistant seed manager of the seed plant, and then an agronomist, senior agronomist, technical services manager, district manager. Ended up being a cotton breeder and a station manager at the Phytogen breeding station. And we were acquired by Dow AgroSciences, the first of 3 corporate takeovers.
Right. Wow.
And became U.S. cotton operations leader, and had some involvement also in sunflower operations. And then became the vice president of sales and marketing for California planting cottonseed distributors to try something different for a while.
Nice.
And we eventually were acquired by Bayer as cotton acres began their decline in California. And Bayer decided they really didn't need a sales manager in the West with the declining acreage, and so we parted ways. And I ended up working for Cow West Seeds in the alfalfa and forage seed business for 5 years as operations manager. We were acquired again by Dow, so that was the third time.
Right.
Second time by Dow.
Right.
And great folks at all those companies.
I think Dow likes you.
Dow has always seemed to follow me.
Nice. I love it. That's great.
Folks. Nothing
That's
but
great.
respect for them.
Nice.
So.
Excellent.
But anyway, I had served 18 years on the board of directors of the California Crop Improvement Association, and so following the unfortunate passing of Dr. Larry Tubert, they asked if I might be interested in interviewing, and after a rather lengthy process and jumping through all the hoops of the University of California, I ended up where I am today, and I'm a happy guy.
Right. John, Crop Improvement Association's role has changed considerably over the years, continues to evolve. Why do you think that the CCIA and associations like it are so important to the seed industry?
Well, international markets demand certified seed in many crops, and that is why we continue to exist. I think a lot of domestic U.S. markets have shied away from certification, but one of the things I would like to explore is the possibility of reestablishing that cooperative spirit between the seed certifying agency, the grower, the seed company, and the cooperative extension agency. It used to be a joint effort, and everybody pulling for the same high quality specs. And whether we can see that by walking through fields anymore, or if it has to be through a genetic test of some type, we want to find out what it is we can do. But it's still important to guarantee that the grower has a high quality product when he puts that seed in the ground, and especially in international markets. And we're very happy to be affiliated with the University of California, and we're going to hopefully leverage some of their capabilities in the genetic testing field. So.
John, what are some of the main issues that CCIA is facing for 2015? I know you're just getting your feet wet, but what do you anticipate?
Yes, we have several critical issues right now. As most people are well aware, we're going through a drought of biblical proportions nearly now, and so water is a key problem. But during the last several years, tremendous number of acres were converted to permanent crops, almonds, walnuts, grapes, the like, and those crops have to be watered even in the drought years. So a certified seed is grown on open ground, and I've always said permanent crops are a pretty poor rotation crop for the seeds we traditionally certify. So we're seeing our acreage shrink down a bit, and we also, not to impugn the biotech industry, which I support strongly, but adventitious presence, especially in alfalfa seed, has caused us to lose a lot of acreage in the San Joaquin Valley where those crops used to be able to be grown, but because of the zero tolerance in so many foreign countries, those fields cannot be used in the San Joaquin Valley for that purpose very often. But the grower opportunity zones, such as the Imperial Valley established, have worked pretty well.
Nice.
So also interestingly, the war in Ukraine has had a huge impact on the California Crop Improvement Association, because our largest single crop that we deal with is sunflower. And the war is taking place right in the heart of sunflower country in Ukraine. That's where the tanks are actually running around. And so one of our board members explained that the growers there are reluctant to plant high-priced sunflower crops when the fields may get destroyed in war, and the banks are not lending them money for the same reason. And so they're planting inexpensive seeds, and that's caused a decline in the demand for sunflower. So.
Right. And so what kind of a role can the association play in those scenarios? How do you see the impact? Where are you going to feel that?
Well, we want to find out what it is we can do as this industry evolves. Our mission statement does not tie us strictly to seed. We could deal in other plant materials, right, research, anything that supports the ag industry, and so we're figuring out what we can do. There are companies that are working with rootstock development and all, and we have pretty close ties to the foundation seed program through
right,
the university. So.
Right. Well, and if we're not moving forward, we're moving backwards in this day and age, aren't we? Yeah.
That is sure correct.
Taking on new pieces.
Yes.
You have been in California for a long time.
Yes.
What do you see as some of the top priorities, or maybe even I'll change my question. What makes California different for farmers than perhaps in the rest of the country?
California is a place where you can grow almost anything. Almost any crop will grow there, and it is especially well suited for seed production because of the nice dry summers and being irrigated. You don't have to even worry about rain ruining the germination of seeds typically. But we also face tremendous pressure from activists. California is right up there with Hawaii in terms of activism, and so we always have to be sensitive to that. Urban encroachment, the population of this state has just skyrocketed in my lifetime, and I can hardly stand to drive down the interstates anymore. The infrastructure is inadequate for the number of people we have, and agriculture and city folk are not always a perfect mix.
Yeah, so. Isn't that the truth? Well said. Well said. We're here in Maui. Yes. Nice place to be in
yes,
beginning of March with the Pacific Seed Association. Why is it important for your organization to be tied in with the Pacific Seed Association?
One of the things I've noticed is people are increasingly less aware of certified seed and the California Crop Improvement Association. So I am on a mission to become more visible, and all our staff need to become more visible and become the face of certified seed, and perhaps start advertising in magazines like Seed World, and let people know we're out there, and urban dwellers as well. But again, to reestablish that spirit of cooperation between grower and seed certifying agency. When was it that someone decided a blue tag no longer added value to a bag of seed? How did this happen? How did we let it happen?
Absolutely, and there's a lot of work to that. We need to all be going at that full bore, don't we? I mean,
Yes.
I think everyone plays a role. Everyone in the seed industry plays a role in that. It was just a few years ago when I heard people within the seed industry telling me, it's not really my job to sell the industry. And I think in the last couple of years, we have seen a big shift in that. There's always been mavens in the seed industry that like to push it forward, and we thank them for that.
Yes.
But I think now everyone realizes if they're not pulling on the rope, they're part of the problem.
Yeah,
I think this idea. So I appreciate that they've got someone driving the boat that understands that and is going headlong in that direction.
I agree completely with what you just said, and everyone needs a little sales experience these days, and so I'm glad I had a little.
Exactly. Well said. John, thanks very much again for sitting down with me. I appreciate it.
It's been my pleasure.